Hello, my name is Anani and I am a Jaji. This is my garden and some of the gardens here that connect to our Manaso. I will be sharing with you just a few of our many different plant relatives around here. And one of them here, I have right here, is thyme. Thyme is fulgarius, common garden thyme. It's one of our very greatly used herbs in the kitchen. A lot of people know thyme as a kitchen herb. There's many more things to thyme. It needs full sunshine, as you can see here. It gets some really nice late afternoon sun. It's a low ground cover, and in the spring you should actually trim it down because it gets woody and there's more stemmy things than actual leaves. It's a hardy perennial, means it will come back every year, and it will take over everywhere. It will come over the stones, fill up a lot of space if you don't cut it back and keep it controlled and everything. But that's nice, and it's drought tolerant, so you don't even need to water it that much. If it's really super dry, then water it, but it can deal with some drought. It's also I want to state, a lot of people don't even think of it as a medicinal herb, but it's very good for coughs and colds and flus, and it also strengthens the thymus gland in your chest, almost identically, and it's a powerful disinfectant internally or externally. Actually, my mom uses it because a rose thorn had pricked her bad and it swelled up. But this brought down the swelling within a few days. Nothing else was working. This brought down the swelling immediately, almost immediately. It was starting to bring down the swelling that day. It was getting better. And I use it as a culinary herb, a tea, an infused honey, or a syrup, cough syrup. It's a very delicious honey. In the winter, you just put it in honey and let it sit for a few months, and then you anytime when you want tea, you just scoop out some, and you can just put in some hot water, or you can eat it just out of a jar. Find myself doing that a lot. The word comes from the ancient Egyptian word thumb and was used to wash corpses. It was also used for fumigation and fumigation and smudging, and assisting souls in the next world, and was associated with bravery and courage. It's an amazing plant that a lot of people neglect in medicine, and also as a spiritual plant. It is one very hardy and plant that it brings forth a very strong spirit and message of that it does not want to be suppressed or anything, because then it just comes, you trim it down and it just comes right up again. It's an amazing herb in the kitchen for medicine or for spiritual purposes. Thyme is great for it all. Alright, okay, this is sage, or Salvia officinalis. This is a common sage in many gardens. Oh, the smell is amazing here. Its physical attributes. It's a very tall culinary herb, I must say, because it's one of the tallest herbs, along with basil. It gets leggy here. The stems, just like the thyme, you see here, the stems are dyed here, and new stuff grows out. But you might in the early spring you want to cut that off.
Here, Panther.
And it does amazing in full sun, all day sun. But it can do with about half a day of sun. Here it gets a nice morning sun and a little bit of afternoon sun. And it gets a nice late afternoon and evening shade. It's doing pretty good here. It's also used a lot in weaning, women weaning their toddlers, and women with menopausal hot flashes, and it's great in night sweats in men. There are over 750 salvias around the world, which that's a lot of salvia and a lot of medicine. Sage assists in the digestion of rich fatty meats, which makes sense because it tastes great with them too. It's a bitter tonic for the liver. It builds vitality, and it's an antiseptic, and it's a very drying herb. And it's an amazing throat spray, throat wash, mouthwash. It's great for all that stuff. I use it in a tea along with mint here, which smells great. I also have this white sage oil. The white sage is going elsewhere, but I let this sit. It's from December 2014. It's now August. And it just smells amazing. It's great for your skin, and it's good for your hair actually. So just good for your hair. It moisturizes. It's very amazing. This oil, look at that. It's amazing color. As you can see, it's all the stems from the sage and a little bit of the leaves, a little bit in there. We have lots of white sage growing elsewhere. And it's great for smudging the house after you're cleaning, spring cleaning, fall cleaning, or smudging down a spiritual area, smudging down a lot of different places. Its smell is just terrific. A lot of it. It's incense all the time, and it's one amazing culinary, spiritual, medicinal herb. It's amazing. You wouldn't think of it when you're using dried sage as an herb in your spice cabinet. You're just like adding it into food like nothing. But here's the other side of sage. This is Echinacea purpurea. This is the stuff that you see growing in the wild all over the place. It grows on roadsides, everywhere. It's a very popular native flower. But what the cultivars, the cultivars are made from this, which they basically take the lighter ones of the purpurea, breed them and breed them and breed them until they get white or yellow or whatever color they want. What they gain in flower color, they lose in medicinal quality. If you want to use it as medicine, then buy purpurea or augustifolia or something like that. But the ones with the colorful flowers, they're not going to be that much in medicine. Sure, they'll have a little bit of medicine, but they're not going to be huge. There's not a lot of medicine in them. They enhance immune function. It's immune enhancing. It raises immune function, but it's an antifungal, and antibacterial, and it's very, very safe, even in young children. Now, if you're going to take it, you have to take a lot of it very, very, in early signs and very, very often, every few hours. And it's a respiratory. It strengthens the respiratory system and is good for your mouth and throat, just like the sage. I use it in a liniment, the Dr. Kloss liniment. So amazing for any cut or anything you don't want to get infected. I like to use it in throat spray, tincture, or tea, and infusion. When you pour the hot water over them and let them sit in a mason jar and sit in the refrigerator for overnight. It's one amazing plant that a lot of people just think as a beautiful flower for their garden. It's very medicinal, and it's just very, it's an amazing flower.